Have you ever met someone who barely says anything? They walk into a room, and suddenly people become more careful with their words. They aren't being rude. They aren't trying to dominate the conversation. They might actually be quiet, calm, and respectful. Yet somehow their presence feels powerful. But why? The psychology behind intimidation is much deeper than confidence or appearance. Sometimes the people who seem the most intimidating are simply displaying behaviors that our brains naturally associate with strength, self-control, and status. Here are 6 psychological reasons why some people unintentionally make others feel intimidated. 1. They are extremely comfortable with silence. One of the rarest social skills is being comfortable when nothing is happening. Most people feel pressure to fill every quiet moment. They explain too much, they laugh nervously, they speak just to avoid awkwardness. But some people don't. They can sit in silence without feeling the need to prove anything, and this creates a powerful psychological effect. Our brains often associate calmness with confidence. When someone doesn't rush to speak, others may subconsciously think they must be secure with themselves. This connects to social psychology and the idea of perceived status. People who appear less reactive often seem more in control. Their silence creates mystery, and humans naturally become curious about what they cannot immediately understand. 2. They have strong boundaries. Have you ever noticed that some people are difficult to pressure? They can say no without apologizing 10 times. They don't constantly seek approval. They don't change their personality depending on who they're around. This can feel intimidating because many people are used to social situations where everyone is trying to be liked. Someone with strong boundaries sends a different message. I respect myself. Psychologists often connect this to self-esteem and assertiveness. When someone clearly knows what they will and won't accept, other people can sense that stability. It doesn't mean they are cold, it means they have a strong sense of identity. And people with a strong identity can make those who are uncertain about themselves feel uncomfortable. 3. They observe more than they speak. Some people enter a room and immediately start talking. Others enter a room and start noticing. They pay attention to body language. They listen carefully. They remember small details. And this can make people feel like they are being analyzed. But the reality is often much simpler. These people are usually just highly observant. They may have stronger emotional intelligence because they naturally notice changes in tone, expressions, and behavior. The interesting thing is, when someone understands others well but reveals little about themselves, it creates an imbalance. You feel like they know more about you than you know about them. And that uncertainty can feel intimidating. 4. They don't chase validation. Here's something most people overlook. The people who seem the most confident are often the ones who need the least approval. They don't constantly check whether people like them. They don't change their opinions just to fit in. They don't perform for attention. This is powerful because humans are highly sensitive to social approval. Many people unconsciously adjust themselves based on how others react. But someone who remains consistent creates a different impression. They appear independent, and independence is often associated with confidence and competence. Their energy says, I'm comfortable being myself even if everyone doesn't agree. 5. They are emotionally controlled. Have you ever seen someone stay calm while everyone else is losing control? It immediately changes how you view them. Emotional control is one of the strongest signals of inner confidence. Someone who can handle criticism, pressure, or conflict without immediately reacting often appears powerful. This doesn't mean they don't feel emotions. It means they don't let every emotion control their behavior. Psychologists often describe this as emotional regulation. And when someone has mastered it, others may interpret them as stronger, wiser, or harder to influence. The truth is, intimidating people are not always trying to intimidate anyone. Often they are simply displaying qualities that humans naturally associate with strength. You don't create a powerful presence by trying to appear powerful. You create it by becoming someone who no longer needs to prove themselves. Because the strongest energy in any room often comes from the person who is completely comfortable being themselves. If you enjoy understanding the hidden psychology behind human behavior, subscribe for more videos exploring why people think, feel, and act the way they do.